What's up, y'all? It's your man, Dad Dude, bringing you guys another video. Before the season started, I made a video talking about how I believe the Panthers had the potential to be very dangerous on offense. And I went through a bunch of reasons. They're bringing in Baker Mayfield, who I said I didn't believe to be a top-tier quarterback, but I said was a capable NFL starting quarterback, which was better than what they had. I went through the skill talent, with DJ Moore, Robbie Anderson, of course, Christian McCaffrey being healthy, the offensive line seemingly being better. Rashad Higgins having a really good camp. Shai Smith having a really good camp. All these reasons as to why the Panthers offense could be good this year. And I could not have been more wrong. Just simply wrong. You could make a legit argument, a convincing argument, that the Panthers are the worst offense in the NFL, in the league this year. Not a bottom tier offense, not a below average offense, the worst offense. They have scored a grand total of 3 offensive touchdowns over the last 3 games. That is 1 touchdown a game for 3 weeks now that they've scored. If it weren't for the defense spotting them 7 points in each of the last 2 games, they would not have been in those games at all. That's unacceptable. That is just so bad, especially for a team that has the talent. Like, on paper, the talent is there. Christian McCaffrey is a top tier running back. DJ Moore is a really good receiver in this league. Robbie Anderson as a number 2 receiver should be good enough. Baker Mayfield, before this year, was thought of as a quarterback who could lead your team. I never saw him as a franchise quarterback, but plenty of people did. Plenty of people who are respectable, who are knowledgeable about the game, said Baker Mayfield was a quality quarterback, or a more than quality quarterback. He hasn't been that. On paper, this offense should be a lot better than what it is. Even if Ben McAdoo is not some offensive guru who's going to out-scheme the other team and just call these amazingly creative plays. Even with that being the case, the talent is there, and on paper, this offense should be better, but it just isn't. And there's plenty of blame to go around. With the offensive line, before week 4 against the Cardinals, I would have defended our line a little bit, because according to PFF, all the way through week 3, they had graded the Panthers' offensive line as decent. Not good, definitely not great, but decent. Decent enough to have a capable passing attack. But the Panthers' passing attack has been anything but capable. It's been bad. Ben McAdoo has not been the offensive coordinator that I hoped he would be. He has not been the influence on Matt Rule that I hoped he would be. His scheme has just been bland, been very vanilla. There was a more pre-snap motion and stuff like that against the Cardinals, but the decision-making still wasn't good. And the offense in general did not perform well. The execution was not great. All around bad. Baker Mayfield has been inaccurate. He's not completing more than 55% of his passes. I think his completion percentage right now, after the game against the Cardinals, is 54.7%. That's really bad. That is really, really bad. That's not just bad in the modern NFL. That would have been bad in the 90s. That would have been bad in the 80s. But now, in the modern NFL, where there are plenty of quarterbacks completing in the mid to upper 60% of their passes, where you have freaking Geno Smith completing 77% of his passes right now. That's Geno Smith. On a team that we all thought was going to be garbage this year. Nobody thought the Seattle Seahawks would be a competitive team this year. And with Geno Smith, they are competitive. They just dropped 45 points on the Lions. Now I know what you're thinking. Oh, that's the Lions. Who cares if you drop 45 points on the Lions? Well, coming into week 4, the Cardinals defense was one of the worst defenses in the league. And you know what the Panthers offense did against that? They scored 9 points. That's what they did. They scored 9 points. That is what the Panthers offense did against one of the worst defenses in the league. It's just unacceptable. The Panthers are the worst offense in the NFL. The worst. The Seahawks have Geno Smith and they're dropping 45 points. You know how badly, even if they were to lose the game, you know how badly I want to see the team I root for be able to drop 45 points? That would at least be fun to watch. Whether they won the game or not, it would at least be entertaining and fun to watch. The Panthers are losing and they're looking bad while they do it. That is a double whammy of just not being fun, not being enjoyable, not being entertaining. They are just all around bad offensively. Like Christian McCaffrey's had a couple of good games rushing the ball, but the offense, not like the offensive line is just opening these massive holes and Christian McCaffrey's running. He's not being touched. He's just gashing defenses. Now the holes for a little while there, they were okay. But against the Cardinals, the holes weren't there. And the Cardinals are not some great run defense. The holes were not there. The offense is just bad, and I don't see it getting any better. Baker Mayfield has been inaccurate. And against the Cardinals, we had a lot of drop passes between Ian Thomas. Tommy Tremble dropped one. Our tight ends are not good. Stephen Sullivan should see the field a lot more because Ian Thomas is just not good. Tommy Tremble, he's not it. I see no reason as to why you can't put Sullivan in there because you see what you got in him, because why not? It can't be worse. It just can't be worse than what you're getting. Baker Mayfield has been inaccurate. He can barely get the ball past the line of scrimmage without the ball getting batted down. Like, what's up? I don't know how you fix that. I don't know what you do about your quarterback not getting the ball past the line of scrimmage. Against the Cardinals, he was a lot better about this, but he's still, over the season, been abandoning a lot of clean pockets. And I don't know how you fix that either, because when you abandon a clean pocket, you can't blame the O-line for that. And even when the O-line is bad, they're not giving him a lot of protection. When they give him protection, he abandons clean pockets. I don't know how you fix that. The play calling, again, has been just all around bad. I don't see this offense getting better. And I would love to be able to get on here and say I was right about Baker Mayfield, but I wasn't. I said before the season started that he was a capable NFL starting quarterback that you could win games with. He has not been that so far, so I was wrong. Even as someone who didn't say he was great or that he would lead the Panthers to the playoffs, that we'd come in here and be a great quarterback, I never said all those things, and I was still wrong because I said he was a capable NFL starter. He's not been that so far. He has looked like anything but a capable quarterback. And our offense in general has looked like anything but a capable offense. It just has not been that at all. The Panthers offense is historically bad so far, and I don't see it getting any better. And as a fan, that's going to make these games so hard to watch because, yeah, our defense is good. Our defense can keep us in a lot of games, and they have kept us in most of these games. But there's only so much the defense can do. They're going to get worn down. They're going to get tired. And I think you're going to start seeing a lot more frustration fouls, like what Frankie Luvu did with Connor in this game, where he threw him to the ground after the whistle. I believe that was a frustration penalty. Well, our defense are getting gassed because they're going to be on the field they're being on the field so long. The time of possession is skewed way into favor of the other team because the Panthers offense can't stay on the field. And I just don't see it getting better. The Panthers offense is that bad. And it's so disheartening. That's what I have for you in this one, guys. If you enjoyed this video, go hit that thumbs up. And if you are so inclined, subscribe and leave a comment. I respond to almost everything. Maybe you don't believe the Panthers offense is as bad as it is, which I don't see how you could believe that. But hey, leave a comment. We can talk about it. I respond to almost everything. And I'll see you guys in the next one.